How's it going? I was just thinking to myself about just life and living and stuff like that, and I was just thinking like how like I saw this Erykah Badu concert. Well, just on YouTube, this Erykah Badu concert, and then like you see a bunch of these comments. They're just like kind of like so dazzled and amazed, and I think that's great. You should be dazzled and amazed by an artist who's both expressing their talent. But one thing I'm not really a fan of is that it's just like this pondering, this wondering about, wow, she's like, an alien, or she's like just, she just knows stuff we don't and stuff like that. And maybe she does, but I mean, I think she just has those basic concepts. And so when I'm those basic concepts of like fulfilled living, or even just like a better way of living. So for me, these are gonna be 9 secrets, because I don't think they're secrets. I just think these are things that require knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And I'm like, when it's fully grasped, you can live a better life. So in the book of Proverbs in the Bible, it speaks about wisdom, and it says, bind that to your neck. And another thing is just lean not on your own understanding, but I forget, it was some other stuff, but essentially those things are good things. Like, don't just lean on your own understanding, but you should try to understand things, but don't just solely lean on your own. And so one of the things I do want to say is, in terms of wisdom, you gather knowledge. This is the information age of the internet. If you don't know something, learn something. Learn. You don't have to learn like a ton of books and stuff. I just encourage you to learn anything, and just learn at your speed. Like, and then just understand that it's okay. It's okay to just learn a little bit. Learn a little bit, learn a little bit. Watch a documentary if you're the visual kind. Listen to an audiobook if you're the audio kind. Read if you're the literary kind. But get yourself into some knowledge. If there are things you're curious about, don't make this super hard and just say, this is gonna help me if I do X, then it's gonna do Y. Just essentially just be patient and just begin to learn. Another thing is having self-confidence for yourself. There are just going to be times where people don't have a liking towards you. And this is something I'm continuously on my journey to doing. But I just encourage people, just like stop being so locked down by society, when they tell you, hey, do what I'm doing, or hey, if you do that, you're weird. Hop outside that gate for a second. And just take a look on the other side, and take a look and look back and just say, what's worth it here? What's worth it? And I don't encourage people to continuously step outside the bounds of society, but just at least, I just say hop out, and I mean, by hopping out, I do mean getting out of those expectations, those normalcies, what people think is normal. And I say, just one of my core things is search for love. And I don't mean romantic love or affections. I mean love for yourself, and love for just a general love for everything and everything surrounding you. And your responsibilities, what's the loving part there? And attach wisdom to that. See, how can I will the good of my situation, or will the good of my friends, my family, or things like that, and just not be afraid. I think that's another thing I do want to say. Don't be afraid. You should be afraid of legitimate dangers, like someone with an AK. You should be afraid of fire, not touching fire. You should be afraid of legitimate dangers, but illegitimate dangers, like, oh, what if they're gonna laugh at me and stuff like that. Again, you should always promote good, and so and helpful things to yourself. So I just say, don't be afraid about the unnecessary things. Oh man, do they like me? Do this happen? I'm like, be yourself and be the most loving part of it, and love other people. And stop putting so much pressure on yourself, because this is life. This is life everybody shares. You don't have to sit here and be overly considerate about other people. It's a good thing to just say, hey, I'm loving everything of everybody, and I'm using wisdom to navigate through society. But it's just simply, hey, I care about your well-being as an individual, as a person. So, I'm going to respect you, and I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to get to know you. Whether it's a significant other or just a mutual friend, I'm going to get to know you as an individual. And I'm not going to be afraid to be myself or to love you as an individual, or just not be so scared. So it's just essentially just encouraging that, because it's just I think there's a lot of fear in the black community, a lot of fear just especially in America in general. There's just a lot of fear to communicate, a lot of fear not to express each other's concerns, even if they disagree. Just, hey, I don't agree with what you're saying, but that's okay. We could still work it out. We could still be friends. We could still move forward and do what we're supposed to do. And having a good work ethic. Another thing is, like, because one of the things in regards to Christian faith is faith in itself, which is to the belief of despite proof, right? Okay, so let's attach that to effort or doing something. Okay, now it's widely known that if you exert enough force to something, it will move. If you exert enough force toward the table and you pass its I want to say is net inertia. I can't remember those terms. I remember them before, but basically, if you push it hard enough, you'll move it. And for me, it's just like it's a matter of faith. If you personally don't know you can move it, then you have to have faith in your efforts. And so, just having wisdom and love and having faith as you navigate the world, and just having hope, which is, to me, is a positive aspect of faith. I hope for good things. The Bible says, think good thoughts. So just think good thoughts, keep good things in your circle, and for the bad things or the unproductive things, you might have to just edge those away from you, because they're not helpful to you. And to love people and love yourself and love the things around you and be considerate of the things around you, and even things like budgets. You got to use that wisdom, that smarts, intelligence, because everybody can be. And also, just because you may not be intelligent as society may dictate you are by people, it doesn't mean you don't know anything. You just might have to tackle the issue from a different angle. And it's similar. It's like, as they say, vertical thinking, which is logical thinking, or lateral thinking, where you just, instead of grabbing things from the associative parts of it, you just grab it. You creatively grab it from a different place. And again, you have to use those things in a wise way, And I think that's all I got. These non-secrets, that's what I want to call them, because it's like they aren't secrets. And these are it was just a response to this Erykah Badu concert, because it's just, they think she's just this alien. And I think she's just a person very in tune with herself. And she knows what she wants. She knows who she is. She loves herself. And she's developing wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Those that 360 them gurus are talking about, when she says, I was born underwater with $3.06. What's that? 360. Divide that by 3, 120, 120, 120. Which are the gurus, they divided those three values into values of 120, which equals 360. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So it's like, you could apply that to a lot of things, but especially for me, I'm applying a fourth one, which isn't 360, but it's still good enough. It's love, because love, even though it's a loaded term, it's a term that's not more than just affections. It's a term that describes just navigating the plenty things in life with a hope, and also just like in hope of the greatest. Maybe not expectations, but more so just the intentions, with good intentions. So you approach anything with good intentions. So that's all I got. And just telling you guys that. Because to me, these are non-secrets, but these are things that people need to know. I'm sorry, face look pretty crusty and stuff like that. But don't get distracted. That's another thing. Don't get distracted. Especially with those unhelpful things. You get distracted, it's you're being bored somewhere else. You're getting distracted to do something else. It's good to listen, watch certain things, but don't be distracted. Also, don't be tied down to anything. And I don't mean like, weddings or anything like that. I mean more so just like practical things. Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean marriages are practical, but what I mean is more so is don't be held down. Don't be held down by don't be distracted. So music videos and nice things and all this stuff, like, they're great to have, but don't be tied down to them. Don't be a slave to anything, which is one thing I'm thinking. Kanye himself, like, people don't understand it, as far as I could tell, from what I read in the comments. But don't be tied. Like, if you see people with nice things and you get something nice, don't overly invest your intention into it. Appreciate it and use it for its purpose and move on. And if you got money like that, you want to do crazy stuff, I wouldn't personally say do it, but I'm like, it's your money, so it's like, you're going to do what you want with it. But I just say, don't be distracted. There's a lot of things to do. A lot of things. Maybe even learn about investment, learn about business. Maybe if you want to get something nice and you want to use those things as assets or something else, then I say do it. But ultimately, it's just that's just another thing of being intelligent. Just don't be just distracted by things like, oh, there's a butterfly, and then chase the butterfly. Or if it's a gold, people point a piece of gold that falls down the stairs or something, don't chase the gold. Wait till it falls, and then be wise, look around, use your senses, and then check it out. Yeah, so I don't know, I guess that's all I got. I hope this was helpful. I mean, I don't know if Erykah Badu is an alien. I don't think so. I just think she's a person who is attached to is a linking herself to the important things in life, and is not letting society bother her or dictate how she's supposed to feel or act or react or anything like that. So that's my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments below. But if not, hopefully this was helpful to you. Have a good day. God bless.